I remember my partner saying to me, "You looked full of life, you looked fun." I said, "Why me? Why someone in a wheelchair when you could have had anybody? Why me?" "Because you were confident, because I saw your smile first and not your wheelchair." It's about that acceptance of you first. That does take some time. You've got to find you again. You've got to be the autonomous you. The impact of Cauda Equina on a relationship can have different effects. It changes what families perhaps did together before. It can change so much that sometimes that means an ending, but actually sometimes that means just a renegotiation. Often the intimate life comes last, because what happens is people will go home, they'll try and make things as normal as they can for themselves. They'll try and get all the adaptions done if they need adaptions. They'll try so hard to get the family back to some sort of normality. So the last thing they think about is their intimate life. It's the fear. It's the fear that everything is going okay, or as okay as it can within the relationship. So the last thing they want to do is upset it. And often, because sex is so emotional and it hits emotional buttons, we don't open up the subject. Physical changes with Cauda Equina, people will experience sensation loss. Loss of orgasm and loss of ejaculation can affect some people, or most people, on an emotional level as well as a physical level. So it's really important to know your unique self. Everybody is different. Do some of your own self-focus exercises, try some medications, speak to your consultant or your GP about the medications. The pain medication that we take for hypersensitivity can often have an effect on lubrication, can often have an effect on erectility. I would never advise anyone to come off their medication. But what I am saying is be aware that your medication will have an impact on your sexual drive and your sexual feelings and the sensation of your skin. People want to know about their fertility, and again, we often go to a specialist to look at fertility. Fertility for women often doesn't change. Fertility for men with Cauda Equina, often there is difficulty to ejaculate. Now, if that is the case, there are different things on the market that can be used. Sometimes that works if somebody is fairly incomplete in their Cauda Equina. Sometimes they have to go down the medical route. Expectations of sexuality after Cauda Equina can be quite low. It can be amazing, but you have to go through a process. We are so fearful that we don't try. And if we don't try new things, we will be upset because sex will never be the same as it was before. But believe you me, as you make your journey, you will find out how amazing it can be again.